There aren't many things that can instantly give you more respect, become more well-loved, but etiquette is one of those things. I say small hinges swing big doors. Well, that is etiquette. I went into my community and I offered the idea of making a course on etiquette, and they were all very excited about it. I thought it is important. People really like it. So I did. In this video, I'm going to be linking to a lesson from that course for free for everybody, so you can kind of get a little bit of insight on what I offer in the community. More on that later, but I just want to talk about etiquette for you and just tell you a little bit about how I see it and why you want to really double down on this and think about adding it to your life. One thing we'll never get is a second chance at a first impression. And this is very, very important when it comes to things revolving around your life where it has something to do with making an impression on somebody else. So this can be a date is a great example. You really, really like this person. You really want to get closer. You've done all the effort. You've been working out. You've been, working on your style and so on. But then you start doing something that you didn't even know was improper or ugly or distasteful or a turnoff, as some girls call the ick. And you had no idea. It could have just been not eating with the right hand. It could have been, not wiping your mouth. Could have been doing something with a waiter. Etiquette is very important, and these one things can kill a total interaction. Imagine it if on a business meeting and you're trying to give a presentation and you didn't even know that you had a glob of food on your mouth, or that you put your napkin on top of the plate where you should never do that. And somebody might go, ooh, that's just not really attractive, and that is not professional. That is not somebody who is in tune with the world around them. Maybe I don't actually want to hire them. They don't have that common courtesy and respect to ever learn this stuff. Now that's just table manners, but etiquette goes with a lot of things, whether it's a handshake or, eye contact. So the thing with etiquette is that as time goes on, I've noticed that the younger generation really has failed to pick up on a lot of the traditions and the etiquette and the manners. I meet them and they're really awkward and it's really weird. And they don't know how to shake a hand properly, which I think I'm going to make a course just on making a good handshake, because it is so important and comes up so much in people's lives. In fact, I will. I'll tell you about that in the future. Having this know-how of how the world works and being in touch with the social norms and traditions, and etiquette, for example, is a form of respect. It's a respect for yourself. It's a respect for the social conditionings that are there. Doesn't mean you have to agree to them, but at least to understand them. And then respect for the other person. It's like dressing well, but in your behavior. It's in your respect. It's fashion for respect, for lack of better terms. So etiquette is something that can pivot everything, and you have no idea unless you do learn it. So what is it about these really classy people that you've seen? Like, what are they doing? Even if they're just laying there and they're just leaning, chilling back, wearing a t-shirt versus a suit jacket or something, how is this classier than somebody else wearing a t-shirt? It's always the nuances. There's something very small. Like I can say with this shirt, it's an expensive shirt. It's very, very rare. There's only one of like 50 of them or something. It's for NASA. I pair it subtly with the moon watch. So there's a nuance, but it is a t-shirt. And I know how to break that rule because I know the rule. And this is something with etiquette and manners that you can't break the rule unless you know it and you've lived by it and you've practiced it. Just wearing a t-shirt isn't breaking a rule. It's not rebellious. It's just ugly, right? And I'm obviously using this analogy of a t-shirt, but it doesn't really apply one-to-one when it comes down to a behavior thing. And it goes much deeper than that. So you take somebody like John F. Kennedy or Paul Newman or something, and they may have their shirt tie is unbuttoned one button and a little bit loose. And there's a big distinction between Paul Newman having his tie a little loose, or JFK, and the guy at the company meeting who just doesn't like wearing the tie. They were brought up with these traditions and this demeanor and this respect that they had to go to these events. They're very comfortable in it, and comfort is a very key aspect of etiquette. You should be very comfortable, because one of the members of my group, awesome guy, Diego, He was talking about how he wears suits. He loves them. He's very comfortable with them. He's in finance. And he can spot a mile away when somebody doesn't actually wear a suit normally and they're very uncomfortable. There's these hidden things, there's subtleties, and it has to do with comfort, familiarity, and being a certain way. And with etiquette, you can be classy, but how could you break it and have that loose tie, so to speak, if you never learned it in the first place? So etiquette is something that I really encourage you to pick up on and learn and show the respect to yourself and to the world around you. Now, I want to tell you that I spent a while on this course. It was so big, and I actually had to keep out some things and maybe make a part two because it's such a big category. I want to give you one of the lessons on the social media etiquette for online because it's very relatable and very accessible for everybody. So there's going to be a link below. I highly encourage you to take that. It's about a 15-minute video, and I think you're going to like it. I think you're going to learn something about the way to think about things, even just being online and understanding the rules and adopting those and really sinking them in. And if you're interested in finding out more, you can sign up for the school. It's about $50 a month, but I'm going to do a 5-day trial period for a little bit so you can poke around and get to know the place, see what it's like. And I'm telling you, there's so many courses in there. I'm doing courses a month. There's a whole bunch, and there's all these freebies. The community is amazing. So it's like, it's worth so much more. It's probably about $3,000 worth of courses and stuff inside there, and you're only paying about $50 a month. So I think you're going to like it if you are interested in leveling up, not just on etiquette, but many other things as well. And there's new courses every month. So I think you're going to like it. And in the meantime, I hope you check out that course, link below. Till next time, cheers.